Good morning, everyone. Do a little recap, a little review of what I was listening to this morning and thinking about. It's time for me to make a prediction. No, I'm kidding. This is what I heard from Gary Vee and Tony Robbins. Apparently, there's going to be some type of market correction here soon. So, what I'm really trying to figure out is, or the question I've been asking is, if you have money in the market, is it better to sell now that it's high, keep the money, sit on it until it corrects, then put the money back in to ride it all the way back up? Obviously, I looked it up yesterday and was thinking about it. From what Tony thinks and some other advisors, really, there's no way you can time the market, right? That's dumb, especially, well, even for most financial people, but even to the extent that I'm just I don't have a full-time job watching the market. Anyway, so it looks like I'm going to go from my my Vanguard target date fund. I'm going to sell it probably here soon, now that it's up a higher, and then redistribute or reallocate into the all-weather based fund. Second thing I was thinking about, especially with Gary Vee, is this notion of spending all of your time on one thing versus allocating your time to different things. Now I do that kind of in a half and half way. So by that I mean each week I usually change topics. So of course last week I can't even remember what I was doing last week. But this week I've been doing a lot of investing reading and stuff and trying to reallocate my IRA and all that. Well, if I think about that as a short-term focus, so I spend this week thinking about that and then I don't think about it until 6 months later. I almost think it's pretty good. Being able to learn a lot and focus really hard for a shorter period of time, and then next week I'll be on to something else. It's like security and stuff like that, personal finance maybe, and then hopefully somewhere in there working on some school stuff maybe. But just this idea of being short-term focused, where I work on something really hard for a week, kind of get it done, get it wrapped up, get it resolved, and then I do the next week, or the next week I spend it working on something else, and then 6 months later I'll maybe continue the cycle. Anyways, those are my thoughts this morning. I'll see you later. Thing I read in Sean Stevenson's book about the 21 tips for a better sleep is to get more sun exposure in the morning. So I've started to come sit up here on the 6th floor so that I can sit directly in the sunlight to get my morning started. Anyways, I just spent the past couple hours sitting here researching about investments in the all-weather fund from Ray Dalio and his company Bridgewater. Unfortunately, I was trying to sell a couple of my investments and reallocate, but it turns out that a lot of the Vanguard index funds have a minimum of like 3,000, and that's for each fund. So if I want to allocate to 5 different funds, I need at least $15,000, which unfortunately I don't have. So it looks like my IRA is going to stay with the target date fund, unfortunately. Anyway, so if I do a Schwab account or something like that, I don't think their personal investments require minimums. So that way I could at least start to create an account or create a portfolio based around the all-weather without having to have the substantial capital that it looks like I need for Vanguard. Anyways, yeah, had a very good morning. Wasn't maybe as productive as I had thought, but all in time. Anyways, started to look at some jobs in Ireland. man, I really just don't want to do a computer-based job or a typical software development job. Started looking at some options for looking at working in nonprofits or the public sector, not public sector as in jobs, but public benefit sector, social sector. And so that's a possibility. Probably just work at a bar or restaurant. That's always standard. Anyway, so many options, so much to think about. Great day today. Got a bunch of grades back, not failing, so that's really all that matters. Yeah, off to work now. Sun's shining. Beautiful day outside. Oh man, just so much is going well. Thinking a lot about Ireland now, so that's just awesome. I'm getting super excited for that. No idea where I'm going to live or what job I'm going to do, but it's going to work out so well. Yeah, everything's going right. Still a bit hesitant talking at my phone while I walk past people, and also I have a tendency to keep it down here so it looks like I'm just on my phone instead of talking directly to it. Anyways, that's something for me to work on, but just really a follow-up of I have so much happiness and excitement in my body, I almost don't know what to do with it. I really don't. I wish I could give it away because, it feels so good. It's so right. What a wonderful way to live. So I just had another awesome realization while I was leaving work that there's just so much stuff left in this world to learn. It's truly amazing, really. A lot of times it gets overwhelming, but really it's a blessing. So just always remember that. That came about because I was going through some password management. I realized I forgot I had an account on MetaMask. Still don't exactly understand what it is, but it's basically a browser extension to access the Ethereum blockchain. So it's pretty awesome. We'll see how effective that stuff is in the future. How much is a use? Oh, I'm in such a euphoric state right now. I can hardly comprehend or put into words what I'm feeling right now. It's almost a rush. I mean, it's a rush to the point where I'm like so happy and so overwhelmed all at the same time. I can't tell what's going on. All right, let me fill you in at the moment. Wrong window. So, you'd seen that video from earlier from work. I was so overwhelmed with how much there is to learn, and yet so appreciative of how much there is to learn, and appreciative that I have the accessibility to learn all that stuff. As I was walking there, or as I was recording that, I was walking to a happy hour session with some of the co-starter people. Showed up, not many people there. Got to talking with a few people, Angela and Amanda. Wow, great people. And then Booth showed up from, she runs the co-starters. And then, unfortunately, I forgot her name. And then Vance showed up. And so we spent just an hour and a half discussing gratitude, responsibility, taking ownership of your life and your position in your life. We discussed each other's businesses. We helped each other. We gave each other tough love. Shout out to you, Vance, if you're listening to this. He's got an awesome business, but at some point he's stuck in the procrastination by preparation phase because he's trying to figure out how to accept payments, get his payment process set up, set his website up. He doesn't need any of that. He just needs to do a job and accept money. That's all he needs to do. Tough love, but hopefully he's figured it out. Oh, wow. I mean, it was such a great night. Hopefully you can hear it in my voice. Hopefully I'm a little more excited and enthusiastic and stumbling over my words than normal. Maybe that is normal. Like that. Again. Anyways, wow, I am seriously on this weird high right now. I am so thankful and euphoric at the moment. I mean, this is crazy. This is insane. Alright, I hope you'll join me. I hope you will find what makes you this happy and enthusiastic and euphoric in your life. See, these are the days to live for. I woke up this morning. I spent the first 3 hours of my day reading and learning about what I wanted to. Sure, here and there I did some schoolwork to get by. Then I went to work and did some awesome work, learned a bunch of stuff, got a lot of stuff done. And then I went and had good food with good people and shit. Sorry about that. My insecurity got triggered a bit again when some people came down the stairs. Anyways, what I was really just trying to say is that today was freaking amazing. Literally everything that I would want to do in a day, of my current understanding of what I can do in a day, I did today. So, really, maybe the purpose of life is just to seek out days like this. Days where you're doing what you want to do, and where what you want to do is what gets you forward, or gets you closer to your goals. That's it. That's all you need to do. Maybe. Probably. But I'll let you know in a few years.